It's so sunny. I love it. Let's celebrate that it's slowly becoming spring and that winter is on the way out. No offense, winter, but I actually do not like you. The only good thing about you is that I can layer all the cozy woolen stuff all together, but you're dark and bleary and I like sunny and warm. It's not a coincidence that yellow is one of my favorite colors. Which is very serendipitous because yellow coincidentally also is the easiest color to get with natural dyes, and this is why I have so much. To celebrate the arrival of spring, or at least put a spell on the sun so that she will stay and come closer, make the world warmer and brighter. Let's make some happy yellow yarn. Yes! The ingredients for my happy yellow yarn will be, as I said, all my naturally dyed floofs, which is a combination of probably Flemish sheep, Belgian milksheep, maybe some Suffolk, in all shades of yellow. But I will also add some of my yellow sari silk, just because I can and it makes me happy, and that is all that we want to achieve right now. Our partner for this task is of course Giant, the Woolmakers drumcarder. Here comes the sun, doody-doody. And since my plan is to spin, just a spin, not for any kind of project, just for the act of spinning itself, I'm going for the versatility of my Jillian over here, my Louët S71. Because that just was the conception of this video. It's a nice day, I was outside doing some stuff and was like, oh, I want to spin. So here we are. I am going to spin. To those of you who say, but Jante, haven't we seen you do this before? Like make happy yellow yarn because you're fed up with winter and want something nice, warm and happy. Then I compliment you on your memory because yes, you have. I think it's 2 years ago now. Now, if you said it in a kind of condescending tone, meaning actually that why am I doing this again, then I would advise you to take your negativity elsewhere, because this is just instant dopamine for me, and a good idea is worth repeating, right? Just look at it. Do you not see why I would do this so many times? Just spin yellow yarn whenever you want to feel like happy yellow yarn yourself. I also hope my video making abilities have grown since the making of that video 2 years ago, so maybe you could just compare, see how I've grown, what I have done in the meantime. I wish I could be the Lulu about the weather all day, every day, but the sun just set behind, well, not really set, but just went behind the studio, and now it is getting really cold. So I'm having difficulties upholding my Lulu about the weather. So I think we shall finish this yarn later. But this is what we have up until now. been a real warm and sunny day today, but now that I want to take my real warm and sunny spin outside, somehow the sun has decided to disappear, so I've taken my wedding cape outside to give me some extra warmth while we spin, and maybe the nice sunny vibes of my yarn will draw the sun back out. First bobbin done. Boop, whoop, whoop, whoop. I might have gone a little bit overboard in the carding stage, because if the second bobbin is going to be as full as this, we will have a case of bobbin chicken when plying, and probably in the end also a chungus of yarn. Now, while it might be all fine and dandy of wanting it to be warmer and wanting my videos to be shot in beautiful natural light, it is still March when I'm recording this, which means that it is now like 8 o'clock or something, and it is completely dark. And also, well, it's March, so in Dutch we have a saying, Maartse buien en Aprilse grillen, which is like March showers and April does whatever the heck it wants. I don't know how you would translate it. I don't know the idiom in English, but it is true that even though I want it to be warm and sunny, this is not the season to expect it. Like, there could very well be second winter still. And just a little question out of curiosity. What is your favorite color, or what are your favorite colors, or what color makes you happy? Well, I have said before, of course, yellow is one of those, but also green and orange. Those are my 3 favorite colors, and I get so happy just from being surrounded by those colors. It's crazy how much of an impact color can have on your mood and your functioning, actually. So I also look forward to make a project with this happy yellow yarn that I can have like with me, near me, on my body, and have the yellow so close and get, oh, I'm so sorry that I bonked you, and just get that dopamine, instant dopamine of the yellow yarn every time I wear it or have it close to me somewhere. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. Right now, my hopes are that I have enough yarn to make a vest to slip over. That would be rather cool, I think, as the kids would say. Oh, dang it. I knew I was going a little bit too thin with that. I had a feeling. I love long draw spinning, but I'm still in the practicing stage of it. That's for sure. It still breaks on me every now and then, but the resulting yarn, dang it if it isn't worth it. Is it? Is it? Oh yes, it is finally sunny again to go back outside, and shout out to my green bin fan club. Weep, 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 weep. Oh yes, it is time. It might be contradictory. Like, a lot of people might see spinning and all the fiber arts as more of wintry crafts. Like, my channel gets the most views during winter, but I personally really think of it as a craft that you do when it is sunny and nice outside. Maybe that is because of Tour de Vlies. Like, with Tour de Vlies being such a summery activity, but then that's like 3 weeks in a year that I just spin every day. So spinning really is a summer activity to me now, or at least an activity that you preferably do outside, which is also only necessarily true for the northern hemisphere, because in the southern hemisphere, of course, to the fleece is during winter. What about you? How do you think about your crafts? Are they seasonal? Or are they just all day, every day, the entire year? Yeah, I might also have gone a little bit overboard with the carding of that second bat. And now I have 2 humongous bobbins of singles. But then again, carding just shouldn't be so fun. Like throwing random floofs on the drumcarder, seeing chaos emerge before your eyes. Yeah, there is just not a lot more fun than that. I mean, besides spinning maybe. When I started, I thought it was going to be a quick and easy project, but easy maybe, quick not at all. But in the end, that just means I'll have more yarn. Whoopee! So when I said earlier that I need a lot more exercising in my long draw spinning, the plying stage is one of the stages where I need that the most, because I don't know if you can see, but I'll get you in a bit closer. Yeah, this is what happens. This is my ply is over twisted by quite a margin, and this happens mostly when I spin my singles with my drive band on the bigger whirl. I can flip this bobbin around and have a smaller whirl. It just doesn't have enough twist to ply nicely right now. But someone commented on a video where I had this exact same thing happen, that it should all work out when I wet set to twist. So I'm just going to continue and not bother with it looking this over twisted right now. Yeah, we'll see what happens after we gave it a good thwacking against some chair or something. I don't know about you, but especially with plying, I just have this speed at which I'm comfortable working. And yeah, I kind of just wish that all my yarns would work for this speed of plying. If you thought I was an accomplished spinner, please re-inform yourselves. I just do whatever, and I just do it for the heck of it, for the joy of it. There is so much techniques that I still need to learn, and that I will eventually learn, and when I do so I will take you along for the journey, because failing is always fun. Or watching me fail is always fun. Makes for great entertainment value. And well, I also don't mind just sharing here on camera that I still need to learn a lot of things, and that I'm not an accomplished spinner, because, well, hopefully that gives you a little bit of confidence in your own spinning abilities, and the confidence to start even though you might not know all nor any of the things. Like, I know the theory behind getting a balanced yarn. Like, you have to get the fibers to align straight on, not curving with your ply or curving against the ply. And you know, it's just when I'm plying like this, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking like, does this look like a nice yarn? And it does, but then it just plies back on itself, so it's not balanced. Probably overthinking this yet again. But my brain has two positions. Either it is chaos, no thoughts, or I overthink everything. There is no in between. Here it is, our lovely, sunny, yellow chungus of 417 meters. Yeah, that's a little bit more than I was, prepared to spin. I thought, let's just make one quick skein, one quick chungus. It is a little bit slightly over twisted. Not as much as I had expected when plying this. I'm fairly confident that the tip of one of you that just a good wet setting, a little bit aggressive setting might fix this. That's what we're going to try next. I have prepared a nice warm bath. Let's dunk it. A nice warm bath, but of course never boiling, because we don't want to felt this. Maybe a little bit of fooling is okay, but not completely felting. That would be a shame of all the nice spinning that we did, wouldn't it? Okay, so because I wanted to wet set a little bit more aggressive than I usually do, I also left it in here longer than I usually do, and I think that was a good idea because the water is yellow. Apparently, I didn't rinse my fluffs very thoroughly. Haha! In Dutch we would say geluk bij een ongeluk, so lucky for being unlucky, something. You probably cannot see me, and that is because it is dark and I have completely forgotten to take my yarn back inside. Oh my god! Also having troubles to take this off my tree one-handed. Hashtag first world YouTuber problems. There we go. Yarn retrieved. That looks already a lot better than before washing, right? Not perfect, but better. If you are new to all of this and wondering why am I so stressed about this being a balanced skein, well, if it is not, and I will try to knit with it, it might skew things towards the bias or towards the bias instead of going straight. Everything else, you for example, perfectly fine if you're not straight, but I like my knitting to be straight. I want my skeins to be balanced. Now, if you're a little less new in here and say, Jente, you could just weigh it down. No. No. Do not do that, because if you weigh down your skein, it might look balanced when you take it, you know, the weight off and everything is dried. But if you put it back in the water, I'm saying this to you now, test it out for yourself. If you do not believe me, it will go back to being all squiggly, wiggly and unbalanced. Just don't bother with it. Nice shots of the yarn, yes please? Every now and then I do feel like I'm sort of losing my spinning mojo. Like sometimes it doesn't feel like I want to spin a big project. Or sometimes my projects just don't go as I want them to go, and that makes me kind of, you know, not want to continue that project anymore. But I find that doing such a dopamine oriented spin really gets me out of the rut of stuff like that. It makes me happy to look at, happy to spin while I'm doing it, and makes me realize once again why I love spinning so much. Sometimes you just got to make the sun in the shape of yarn to get your, you know, happiness receptors working again. But it is very, very yellow and I love it, and I hope that it stays yellow because, you know, some of it is onion skin dyed, which is kind of a little bit fugitive sometimes. Now to find a suitable knitting pattern for approximately 400 meters of sport weight yarn, because I'm looking forward to having more yellow in my life. Right? That's the entire goal, having more yellow in my life. Get just the dopamine, all the dopamine of the yellow. Good skein. I also really enjoy the inclusions of the silk in here. Like everything is yellow, but sometimes the silk has like a little bit of a different color, like over here. Woohoo! That, my dear friends, is red. And there's also, I think, some gold thread in there. Like mostly I am not a sparkly, shiny person. Sparkles and shines, not my thing. But I did enjoy getting like, oh, is that a gold thread? Love me some little surprises in my yarn sometimes. That's why I do enjoy just throwing stuff on a drum carder so much and then just spin the resulting yarn. This is a gorgeous yellow yarn. I'm in love with it, if that wasn't already evident. Anyway, I hope that this brought a little bit of my spinning mojo back and you will not have to endure 4 knitting videos in a row. What's your favorite method of getting your spinning mojo back, of getting that much needed dopamine at the end of winter, the beginning of spring? I mean, right now, when this is finished, we're full on spring, of course, but still the same question. And then after you have commented that, then if you like these fiber shenanigans, then maybe you could like or subscribe. But of course, that is all up to you. And as for me, I will see you in a next video. But before we do that, here is some more spinning shenanigans. Bye!